Geek Sundry. And I'm Deadpool. We'll be commentating over their boring talk.
Deadpool, baby. The second biggest Canadian sensation besides Logan Fingerknives.
Finger knives, I like that. Finger.
Logan Fingerknife sounds like one of the 7 evil X's in Scott Pilgrim.
Gosh, Amy, will you stop with all the wisecracks?
It's what Deadpool would want. I'm gonna crack wise, eat chimichangas, speak with yellow word balloons, break the 4th wall, and throw ninjas at the other 3 walls. Deadpool is awesome.
I am awesome.
He is awesome.
And so are you.
And in some ways, he feels like an overnight sensation, popping up on every 3rd t-shirt you see, and starring in more memes than a cat dressed as sad Kanye.
Or said Kanye.
Kanye.
You know, it's hard to believe that Deadpool first appeared all the way back in 1991. He doesn't seem that old.
Only here in sunny Los Angeles could someone be 24 and be considered old.
Amy, no one's supposed to know that we're in LA. They're supposed to believe we're wherever they want us to be.
4th wall go boom!
Wait a minute, I thought this was Cheeks and Sultry, the porno version.
In the 1980s, 1990s, Marvel stories were dark and high octane. When Deadpool first showed up, he was written the same way. But as time progressed and he began to sort of lose popularity, even though he was being featured in titles, they gave him to a guy named Joe Kelly. But he's the guy that gave Deadpool the dark humor, I guess satirizing the other superheroes.
You know, he's a direct parody of Deathstroke over at DC Comics, the nemesis of the Teen Titans, assassin, and yeah, he still murders everyone all the time, always, but he's got a sense of humor about it. You get the sense that the tongue is firmly planted in cheek.
You wanna know how Deadpool got his name? All right, it's pretty wild. He was in a crazy supervillain prison where they were constantly experimenting on him. The guards would continually bet on which one of the prisoners was going to die next, resulting in a betting pool that they called the Deadpool. Meanwhile, Wade Wilson is actually in his cell falling in love with the cosmic entity Death, you know, Thanos' girlfriend who's like not really into him. She's really into Wade. And so Wade eventually is like, you know what? I'm just gonna escape. I'm gonna take on the name of the Deadpool. I'm gonna take on the name of Death. I'm gonna like really just pay homage to all of this. Deadpool begins.
Deadpool go boom! Yeah.
I think part of Deadpool's appeal is that he was such a 90s character.
The
A murder,
90s.
death, ninja, assassin, plus he's a mutant. And he's
Baywatch.
funny, and he doesn't take himself so seriously in an era where everyone takes himself so seriously.
So many pouches, snarled sneers, and guys with the word blood in their names. There was a guy named Extreme around the same time who wore a backwards baseball cap and boiled people's blood. Extreme.
Handsome fella.
Same name as the guys who sang more than words.
And Deadpool would have been a relic like Extreme, Bloodshot, Bloodwind, Executioner, had he not been funny and in on the joke. His costume, 90s. His scarred face, 90s.
But his sense of humor, Daffy Duck. He's constantly declaring rabbit season on the Marvel Universe, and getting shot in the face is a hilarious result.
Rabbits. Hares. Merkins.
There's no line for Deadpool. That's what people love about him. You know, I mean, we live our day-to-day lives. You know, we gotta the boundaries and political correctness, and he just vaults across those lines.
He's got that devil-may-care attitude. He's got the big guns that come out of nowhere. He breaks the 4th wall. He used to perform with No Doubt. He had a cameo in Pulp Fiction. So basically, he was the Forrest Gump of the 90s.
The X-Men contacted Deadpool to recruit him, but they had sent one of his former friends, or kind of aliases, a woman named Domino, to meet him. He made 370,000 pancakes and placed them underneath a glass roof. He made her back up over top of the glass roof, shot it out from under her, and then she fell on the pancakes.
Dig it.
And that was the joke.
He handles his dark backstory probably the way I would, and diffuses it with the humor. Because when things get that dark, man, you gotta find some place of light. That darkness has to be measured somehow with something else. And for him, it's gotta be his humor. I mean, if I went out and murdered a busload of nuns, I would probably then head down to a comedy club. That's where they'd pick me up. Not that I would do that.
Dude, the internet helped push Deadpool out of the 90s and into the pop culture stratosphere, too.
Whole ideas and genres live and die by the internet.
Nah,
I mean, where would we be?
Glasses.
At home reading comic books instead of talking about them?
I'll lick your glasses too. Whatever.
Okay, fair point.
The internet made Korean rap music a thing. That's how powerful it is. It took this character that individual people thought was cool, and it connected them. It let this little niche guy become the envy of cosplayers. It was comics' biggest secret, a seeming flash in the pan from the most commercially successful and creatively abysmal time in comics, and he just kept plugging along and kept getting funnier and weirder.
Like Weird Al. He's the Weird Al of comic books. Even more so than Daffy Duck. Sorry, Daffy.
Has anyone tried breaking the 1st wall? I mean, what's so special about the 4th?
Yes, yada yada.
Dumb, you're dumb, 4th wall. I want that one right over there. Can I try breaking that? Is that a thing?
I guess.
Yawn, bore, yawn.
No, I don't know where it is. It's weird.
I'm keistering yellow balloons of heroin right now. Hope they break.
I think everyone has that that little spark of Wade Wilson inside them where they just kind of want to step aside, do an aside to the camera, Ferris Bueller style, and be like, what the hell is going on here? Like, what is actually happening? Is this real life?
He was actually cursed at one point by Thanos so that he couldn't die. He healed from a hand. And so he was immortal. That's why he was never able to die after that.
Scars, those are memories. Memories.
Deadpool's by far one of my favorite characters to ever play. Voice, especially because for me, who I like to ad lib and improv and do stuff, and they would just kind of let me go. And it's the only time I actually get to tap into the dark side of my skull and let the demons out.
For some radically awesome mouthy merch created by independent artists.
Check out T-Fury at tfury.com/Geek and Sundry.
You can also see some of our favorite shirts. Chimichanga's not included.
Sad face.
Chimichanga.